So, about a week ago, I made this Q&A post in Deviantart, and guess what? A week has passed, and it's time for me to answer some of your questions. Though there are not that many questions, but that's okay. Without further ado, let's get into it. First question is made by my friend Sago. Brian, if you have a favorite Pokemon, what would it be? Well, I don't really get into Pokemon that much, so I don't know. I do watch some of the shows, but I don't really remember anymore. But to answer that question, maybe I'll go with the bird-like Pokemon. I'll go with that because I love birds, and they're literally dinosaurs. And I love dinosaurs. Yes, there are dinosaur-like Pokemon out there, but I think I prefer the avians a bit more. And I think that's it for question 1. Let's move on to the second question. The second question is made by Eva Dolka. What got you into art? Always fun learning the origins to artists I like. Well, that's a pretty long story. Been drawing since I was a little kid, but yeah, those drawings are sadly lost. Then I discovered Deviantart. Let's just say it started quite bad. But then I met JWE 1993. We sort of talked to each other and then we became friends. And yeah, we shared our interests. We met more people, and yeah, it sort of goes like that. And then that one day came where I sadly lost my first Deviantart account. But when you fall, you gotta get back up and never give up. I made my second account, and yeah, there you have it. That might be the longest answer as of for now. Moving on to the third question made by Draco Tyrannus. If I may ask, how do you feel about crossover dinosaur art? Is it a concept and such? To be honest, I'm not really sure, but I find it pretty interesting, seeing characters from different franchises interacting with these prehistoric animals, which is pretty adorable. And I think that could be it for question 3. The fourth question is made by a close friend of mine, JWE 1993. Have you thought about posting any Uma Musume drawings here on Deviantart? Well, that is a pretty interesting question. And oh, before you ask, yes, I got into Uma Musume Pretty Derby. And how I got into it is a pretty long story, and I'll probably talk about that later. For the answer to that question, it sort of depends if I wanted to or not. I mostly post paleo art in Deviantart, but if I wanted to, I would post it. Now moving on to the final question made by another friend of mine, Arc54. What other indie shows do I like? If you don't know what an indie show is, it's a television or web series made outside of major studios like Netflix or Disney. One of the indie shows I watched and enjoyed is Murder Drones. For the other indie shows I like, I think it'll be the Amazing Digital Circus, which are both made by Glitch Productions. And that could be it for this Q&A video. And before I end the video, I would like to thank you all for asking me these questions. And who knows, in the future, there will be another Q&A like this. And after all that, this is Brian or Raquel out. See you guys later.